Hey guys, I'm Alistair, and today I'm reviewing the On Cloudultra 3. The Cloudultra 3 is an all-mountain trail running shoe designed for long distances over rough terrain. So it's a do-it-all on the trails running shoe that I can't wait to tell you all about, because this one's actually really good. But there are some fit quirks that won't be right for everyone's feet shape, but I'll let you know all about that and more, so stay tuned, let's get to it. Starting with the key specifications, they cost $190. I will let you know at the end of this review if I believe they're worth that price tag. They weigh 10.1 ounces or 286 grams. That's for a size US men's 9, my pair. They have a drop of 6 millimeters from heel to toe. The upper is using a Leno weave mesh material and it's super breathable. Really do like this material. It's very tough as well. There's not much stretch going on it. So this is a shoe that really has to fit your foot quite perfectly to get the ultimate comfort from it. There's not a lot of conformity or stretch going on, so you really want to get the sizing right with this one. And I'll give you some advice to make sure you do. It's also got a gusseted tongue, which means the tongue is kind of connected to the top of the midsole. That stops the tongue moving around and it reduces any hot spots within the shoe too. It gives your midfoot a nice bit of support as well. There's also TPU overlays. This kind of plastic strip that you see along the side wraps around, goes over the front of the toe box, giving you splash protection to make sure that water doesn't go in the shoe if you run through puddles or anything like that. There's also a strip along the lateral side and around the heel. Although I like the idea of that, it does cause some issues in fit, which I'll share in just a moment. There's also a nice elasticated loop on the front of a lacing system here. All that does is allows you to stow the laces in there once they're done up. That stops them flapping around or coming undone, or even getting snagged on the trails when you're running. The outsole now has a redesigned lug or traction pattern. It's now also using chevrons, which if you caught my On Cloudsurfer Trail 2 review, that outsole has also switched to a chevron setup. It just works a lot better than those kind of square lugs that they had before. Actually, I've got an example because I've got the previous version of the Cloudsurfer Ultra 2 here, which I actually really like, by the way. But you can see here the lug pattern. It's obviously not as good because there's a lot of surface area on those lugs, meaning you don't get that kind of bite on the trails. But when you use chevrons like this, you do. This is a neutral running shoe, but actually it does have a good amount of support. And that's just because this midsole does kind of push you back on the lateral side. And there is also a speedboard plate in here, which helps kind of keep the shoe level and it stops it wobbling around whilst you're running. Now, when it comes to sizing and fit, the Cloudultra 3 does fit true to size for the most part. It fits true to size in length and it has a medium width in the toe box and the heel area, but it does feel narrow in the midfoot. And this is what I was alluding to before, is this TPU kind of coating or layer on the lateral side of a shoe. This upper is already quite rigid. There's not a lot of stretch going on. So unfortunately, On has wrapped it with this TPU on the lateral side, and it means there's no flexibility in that area at all. There's no stretch or conformity to people with different or varying arches. That means that it feels like you're kind of stepping on this TPU section in your arch area. And that does give you a little bit of discomfort, especially when you're walking or going at slower speeds. I noticed this more on my left foot, I believe it was, than the right foot. I guess I must have slightly different arch shapes, or the shoe is different. Either way, I did notice it more on one foot, and I don't notice it quite as much when I'm running, because your foot is obviously in a different shape when you're running. But I have to point that out, and I'm pretty sure there are going to be other runners out there who do feel this TPU strip pushing against the bottom of their arch. If you've had experience with the Cloudultra 3 and you've noticed that, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Another thing to note is if you do have low ankle bones, the collar walls do rise quite high, so you might feel that pushing on your ankles. If you do have low ankle bones, you're probably going to want to try this on in store. But if you have average or higher ankle bones, you're probably not going to notice it at all. But overall, they do feel really good, very comfortable to step into, very soft because of a nice soft tongue, and the collars and the heel counter is very cushioned. But just be aware, if you do have a wider midfoot, you're going to notice this TPU strip on the lateral side. And if you've got low ankle bones, you're probably going to notice these high collars as well. If that sounds like you, I'd recommend maybe checking out a different all-mountain trail running shoe. Follow that link up there or the one in the description. That'll take you to my roundup of the best all-mountain running shoes right now. If you're enjoying this video so far, please give the video a like. Really appreciate it when you do that. And comment on the video as well. Have you had experience with the On Cloudultra 3? Let me know your thoughts. Maybe you're looking to buy it. I want to know why you're looking to buy it. Put all this information, what type of running you like to do in trail running shoes as well. That's really going to help subscribers determine whether the shoe is going to be good for them or not. But also future subscribers will read all this, and it's going to give them more information to get a better opinion on whether they're going to be right for them. So really appreciate it. Thank you. Before I dive into my performance review of the Cloudultra 3, if you are looking at the Cloudultra 2, that's also a really great all-mountain trail running shoe. Follow that link up there, that'll take you to my review of it, and that'll give you more information on that shoe. You might be able to get a really good deal on it right now. But I'm also going to be talking about that shoe as I go through the performance of this one, just for anyone who's been running in it and they want to know how this one compares. Firstly, the ride, it feels a lot more refined over the previous version. It feels a bit softer, and it just feels like the transition from heel landing or midfoot landing to toe takeoff is that little bit smoother and also more forgiving over longer distances. It feels more protective on harder terrain, so think rocky surfaces. Maybe you've got some asphalt sections or tarmac sections in your trail, or just gravel or hard packed trails. It feels more refined for that kind of running. Certainly more so than the previous version, but it also manages to hold its own on technical terrain as well. So you've got the stability and you've got the control and ground feel, even though it is more cushioned. The traction is definitely improved as well. I do prefer the outsole lug formation to the previous version. I was slipping around on that one on loose terrain, so rocky, loose scree type stuff. But this one, I know chevrons work well because I do a lot of trail running, and a lot of shoes I review in the trail sector have this chevron pattern, and for good reason, it works well. The Leno weave mesh is incredibly breathable as well. If you are running in hot conditions, I know we're moving into fall and winter now, but it's also really good to have a breathable upper in case it does rain when you're out there running, or you're running through water, maybe you're running through streams or anything like that. A more breathable upper is going to drain better, and it's going to vent off and dry out much faster as well. So there's certainly benefits to having a really breathable upper like this. The upper does have a few limitations though, and once again I'm going back to this TPU layer or overlay, which just makes it feel a little too rigid in this area. So some people are going to notice this more than others for sure. And again, make sure you comment. I want to know how many of you have noticed this. Yes, it offers great protection and durability, stops water coming in if you are running through mud or puddles. But I just feel like On could do a better job of making this section a little bit more flexible. I do believe maybe that's a change of material in this upper to get a little bit more stretch. Maybe that will help. I don't know. What do you think? I am going to be continuing running in this shoe because I do really like it as an all-mountain trail running shoe. It's very versatile. It handles pretty much everything really well, and it's generally very comfortable to run in. So I will let you know if this section does soften up more over time. I think it probably will, but I would just like to have that nice out-the-box step-in feel to be more dialed in right from the get-go. Now, if you're wondering how this one compares to other trail running shoes in the same category, well, definitely head up there or follow the link in description. That'll take you to my best all-mountain trail running shoes roundup on alistairrunning.com. And that'll help you find the best ones for you. Well, you made it to my final verdict. Is it worth $190? Well, this is a tricky one. It does feel a little bit overpriced in my opinion. You can get better all-mountain trail running shoes at that price for sure. But I think this really depends on you, the runner, because the On Running brand is a premium running brand. So right off the bat, you're probably going to be paying, I don't know, $10 to $20 more than other running shoes just because of the name. But performance is really good. It's just a fit that isn't that universal. It's really going to be one of those things that just works or doesn't, because it just doesn't have that conformity or flexibility to reshape to everyone's foot shape. So with that said, you like the On Running brand, you like the style, you want a high performance all-mountain trail running shoe, and you're willing to take a gamble on that fit? Yes, $190, it's worth it. But if you are shopping around, you're still not sure about this one, you want to know my favorite or the best all-mountain trail running shoes, in my opinion right now, well, follow that link up there. That'll get you hooked up with the best ones for you. Well, that's it for the On Cloudultra 3. I really hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it gave you the insights you needed to make a decision on whether it's going to be for you or not. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you give it a like and remember to comment down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next review. Peace.